Well, speaking about sex and or maybe not having sex, right? There's another extreme from going from ecstasy to probably being a virgin.
Who the hell's
Ed Sheeran, my man. The talented singer Ed Sheeran. He came out recently saying, you know what? If I wasn't the successful musician I am today, I'd be a virgin. And now if he popped some ecstasy, he definitely wouldn't have been a virgin. He would have had them feelings up in there, and that would have been long gone. But no, this is the problem. But this is what I want to talk to you about. And he might have a point here, right? Because let's keep it 100, right? It's not like he's the best looking guy, all right? I don't judge men like that, all right? Well, you and I had a long conversation. I mean, you called me a 6 the other day, but whatever. That's besides the point. We'll get in that another day. But anyway, listen. It's not like he's the most attractive guy, and a lot of women have said he's kind of looks, a little like, maybe a little nerdy, a little, but whatever. But he's extremely talented, right? Music is great. I'm sure he's great personality, great bite, but he himself admitted to himself if he wasn't a musician that he'd probably be a virgin. So I guess my question to you is, do you think that that someone's success, whether it's the music industry, they're acting, an athlete or whatever, do you think that is a reason why that, especially when we talk about men here, young men here, that that's the only reason why they're having sex or they're able to get sex because they are successful, especially for men who are not the best looking men out there, who doesn't maybe have the gift of gab or something? Do you think that being successful in the art of music, athletes, whatever, is the reason why men in this situation is able to have sex with women?
Yeah. I mean, yes. Ed Sheeran knows, like what's that old saying? I see no lies here. Move along. Like, he didn't say anything wrong. He didn't say anything inaccurate. And just like you said, I don't want to be a man judging another man, but I guess I'm going to. Like, I've often said, we as men know where we fit into the world. And we are constantly reminded, we know where women constantly remind us. We know where we fit in the dating market, in the sexual market. It's all around us. And so if Ed feels that way, and we can look at it and go, yeah, okay, yeah, that's about right. Like, I mean, come on, man. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. It doesn't sound like he was complaining, right? Which is cool, because he shouldn't complain. Because the world, the universe, did okay by him. They didn't give him leading man good looks, but they gave him a leading man's talent musically. Now, if the universe really want to screw him over, he would have had no musical talent and looking exactly how he looks anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So listen, man, it balances out. I think it's all right. I don't think there's anything there. And listen, I don't know if he's gay, straight, or what have you, but if he feels that way, and then we look at him and everyone can nod in agreement and say, yeah, that's about right. I don't see anything wrong with that, man. Like, and that is the world, right? Mm-hmm. People want to be with celebrities. People want to, in this case, say if it's a woman that's interested in him, do they want to be with him because of who he is? Absolutely. And what's the big deal? Many of us have had sex to his music anyway. Mm-hmm. We've made babies to Ed's music, so why not let him cash in on his music too? Nothing wrong with that, man.
But I just don't agree with him. I think he's wrong. Like, there's something to be said about someone's swag, right? Someone's just personality. There's a lot of, I was having this discussion with my cousin this past weekend, and there's a lot that women are attracted to more than just looks, right? Now, can you say he's saying, yeah, it's the fame, and I guess money is a part of it, but there's really no saying that just because he is a musician and he's the money and the fame that he would still be a virgin. I think, there are a lot of people out there that are not famous. They're not a great singer or an athlete or whatever, and they're not the best looking guys in the world, but they are still out there and they are still being sexually active with women, and they are not virgins. So I guess it's just why he would think that is the reason why, when they're like, listen, I have plenty of friends that are not the best looking guys in the world, and they're not famous, and they're not money, and they doing the damn thing. They out there doing what they got to do with these women. So I actually think that he's wrong.
I think to me, I think you're Jay being Jay and just taking it to the extreme, right? He is, the comment to me is tongue in cheek. It's tongue in cheek, and there's such a thing as seriousness in jest. He's joking. There's a little bit of seriousness to it, right? But I think it's meant to be funny, right? There's no one saying that he's going to be dry for his entire life, but he's probably intimating that, you know what, it sure as hell comes a lot easier because I'm Ed Sheeran, right? Which I don't think anyone's going to necessarily disagree with, right? I mean, he's Ed Sheeran, so little tail comes easy for him, right? If not easy, it comes easier for him. I think that's reasonable to say. I don't think he said anything wrong or anything outlandish to where it's like, oh, that's unbelievable, right? And that doesn't mean that if he didn't have those musical gifts, that it wouldn't happen. To your point, some folks that don't have those gifts, they do okay, right? Right. All right, but it's still relative. That's fine.
So do you think that you would capitalize if you were Kay with extreme musical skills and talents, or an athlete, whatever, rapper, anything, right? Do you think that you would want, or you'd be okay with only getting sex from women because of your success in your artistic field and all of your fame and your fortunes? Would you be okay getting sex knowing that that's the only reason why you're getting sex?
Yes.
Why would you? Well,
listen.
So you're fine with being used?
You call it being used. You call it used. Call it an arrangement. I don't give a shit. Any woman.
That's horrible, bro. That's
Jay,
crazy.
Any woman that sleeps with you,
right,
is sleeping with you for some reason.
Right, because
you are not, but you may not want it because, oh, she's only with me because of my fame. Okay, so if it's not that, it's something else, but it's always a reason for something.
Yes, I want you to sleep with me because you think I am physically attractive, that you think that I'm emotionally attractive, you're attracted to my personality, you're attracted to my looks, just my whole personality. I want you to sleep with me because of that. Yeah. I can't know that because I'm a celebrity, I'm famous, I've got these fortunes, all this money, I can't know that that's the only reason why you're giving me sex. I don't want it that way.
Yeah, well, okay. So that's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. So all of the would-be women that are running over to Jay, don't go over there.
No, just be with me because you want to be with me and for no other reason. This is the reason why if I'm going out with the ladies, and I got my nice whip and my hoopster. I'm picking up in a hoopster. I'm taking them to my studio apartment with some rats and roaches rolling around in there and stuff like that. So I know that they want me for me, not because I have Ed Sheeran fame.
But if you are a musician, a great musician, isn't that you as well too?
That is me.
Okay, so
that is me.
Okay, so.
But this is why you need to get your women before you become famous, because just like what LeBron did it, Chef Curry did it. They've been with their women way before they had that big money, fame, and fortune. That's the key, and that's what you really need to do. And so when you're in that, when you can see yourself, you know where you're gonna go, right? You know where you're gonna go. So you got to make sure you make that happen way before you get to that fame and fortune level. So
I don't have any issues with it. I maybe a little bit if you are talking along the lines of marriage.
Yeah.
Because you
Right,
brought up some
that's
people that are being married. But if it's out here for sports, sticking moves, and she only wants to be with me because, like, he's a rock star, right? Like, that's the life, right? I saw some clip where, Mick Jagger claims to have bedded over 4,000 women.
Yeah.
Right? You think, I mean, look at Mick, right?
Right.
Come on, man. It was because he was front man with Rolling Stones, right?
That's true.
He ain't seem to have a problem with it, right?
That is true. And then Wilt Chamberlain sleep with like over 100,000?
They said it's 20,000.
20,000?
People were yelling cap to that one, but
right.
But you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't care.
So you're saying take it how we can get it?
Yeah, so take it how you can get it. If that's if that's it. Now, if we're talking marriage,
you're not marrying them.
Nah, marriage. I need something a bit more than that. But if it's, I want to sleep with you because you're famous, and I'm like, I want to sleep with you because you're hot. Well,
okay, all right.
You know what I mean?
All right.
That to me is everyone's. It's a deal. Everyone's getting what they want out of it. It's adults consenting. I ain't got no problem with that.
All right. Well, if Ed is happy, then I'm happy.
Then I'm happy for Ed too. Right? Absolutely.
Exactly.